Hey guys, Rob Swanson here, REIEducationproducts.com. Hey, I'm standing in front of a rehab that we just completed, and I'll tell you what, this one turned out really, really sweet. And this was one of the roughest projects when we started it, man, but it turned out really good, and I want you to take a look at it because this is something that, I mean, we completely redid the flow of the house. We completely changed this thing up in order to make it really work. I mean, we're in a little older yuppie kind of neighborhood, and so in this particular house we had to go with some extras, if you will, and do a few little things that we maybe normally wouldn't have. We had to really think through the comps, the neighborhood, the type of buyer in order to make this deal fly. And I'll tell you what, we put it on the market under contract at an above asking price offer in one day. And so let me show you what we've got. And I want you to go back and watch the initial video so that you can see how transformed this particular house is. Let's take a look. So when we first walk in the front door right here, look at what we've got. We've got a nice new hardwood floor dialed in. We've got a nice kitchen, or what do you call those things? Fireplace. We've got a nice fireplace. We've got nice new windows throughout this thing. And I mean, there were, I don't know, 20 some windows in this house. So you walk into the living room kind of open entry area, and you take a right, and right back here is the first bedroom slash office. The house was designed with, let me flip the light here, 5 bedrooms and two full baths. So here's the first full bath on the main floor, right when you walk in. What we were going to do, if you go back to our initial video, is from the doorway right here to this little area where the office bedroom is. Remember, I showed you that we were going to actually put a doorway right here into another bedroom. Well, we pulled the comps, we looked at it, and we decided not to do that. We decided that we would get more value by having a second living space than we would by having a 6th bedroom. And you know, in some areas that's true, in some areas that's not. Here it actually is. So what we've got is, instead of this area being a bedroom and entering from a door right over here, we just ripped this whole wall open and opened it up, so you've got another little living room space or whatever you want to put back there. So there's the front door, nice living room, kind of a tile dining room area that then goes into the kitchen. Stainless steel appliances, nice cabinets. And if you remember, this is where the old sliding glass door was, in this little kind of addition, you know, at the back of the house. And, you know, it used to be just kind of an add-on extra space. If you remember, this is where the kitchen used to be. And so we ripped the wall open there, we ripped the wall open there, and we ripped the wall open right back here, and we opened the whole flow of this house up. And really made it nice. And so it turned out awesome. There's a light fixture, fan right in the kitchen area. So we added this sliding glass door, and we built this little back porch, you know, landing area, whatever, for your grill or whatever. And there's the kitchen. And then, so here's again where this, in my first video, where the kitchen would have been. We decided not to do that. And then upstairs. And so upstairs, the bedrooms, let me get over here. The bedrooms are a little small, but they're not bad. You know, they're a little bit tinier than maybe what we'd like to see, but they're not too bad. It works. Tons of light. Nice big windows, so even though they're a little small, you get tons of light, and it's bright, and it works. Let's come over here, because in our initial video, what we were going to do and what we talked about doing is actually moving this wall back further into the bedroom that's on the other side. Well, we reconfigured some things. We ended up not having to do that. We were actually able to just reframe this out. The doorway to the bathroom used to be right here. We moved it back a couple of feet, and that gave us the option to put this pedestal sink, the toilet, and the full bath just by reconfiguring the flow without having to take up more space out of that particular bedroom. And so here's another bedroom right off the bathroom. So we've got 4 bedrooms upstairs, 1 bedroom / office downstairs, and 2 baths up and down, and then the detached garage. So this one turned out really awesome. One day on the market, as I mentioned, and an above asking price, full price offer with no concessions. And so, pretty good little deal, but I wanted you to see, the reason I wanted to point you this one out is because it scared a lot of people. People were really freaked out by how bad this house looked. And the whole key when you're rehabbing is to do this. Don't look at what the house is, look at what the house will be. It's all about perspective, and you have to frame your brain, teach your brain to look at perspective. And so guys, this is Rob Swanson, REIEducationproducts.com. Until next time, see you later.